Hello, I'm Rachel with Adventurous Heart, and today we're back at beautiful Lookabout Lodge in South Chagrin Reservation. We are doing section 4 of the Buckeye Trail. So if you remember, we're doing micro-adventures close to home, all kinds of exciting adventures that you can find in your backyard. Lookabout Lodge, South Chagrin Reservation in Cleveland Metroparks is in my backyard, and I'm looking to do the little loop of the Buckeye Trail now that it's in its 60th anniversary. So the plan is to go from here in South Chagrin all the way up to North Chagrin Reservation, and today it's just going to be me. Phil's at work and the dogs. This is 3 days later after our last adventure to get here, which was 13 miles, and the dog muscles are feeling it a little bit. I don't think Shira especially is ready to do another long day. We're gonna take her on some shorter ones. Rascal could probably do it, but my ride home isn't going to allow dogs to go. So it's going to be me, so come along as we continue to explore the Buckeye Trail. Today's adventure will take you along the Chagrin River, a fun river to paddle, especially in the spring. Typically it's too low to paddle in the fall, so it's a little low now. It is October when I'm out here hiking. It's cooler than when it was 3 days ago on section 3. It's about 55 degrees is the high today. It was 70 then, but still a beautiful time to get out and hike as the fall foliage is changing as we continue along. As you walk up the trail along the Chagrin River, you're greeted with cool little sights, so always be on the lookout. I was walking by this tree, and not only does it look cool, like you can sit on it, take a little break, but if you look closer, you can see a little animal, probably a squirrel, is using it to eat and stash some nuts in there. So always be on the lookout, be curious as you are hiking around. And then right next to it, any ideas what this tree is? Giving you a little clue. It's one of my favorite. Turns white towards the top, and if you are sick, your face starts to get pale and white. So this would be a sycamore tree. As I'm hiking along, some cool things I like to do is every once in a while is just look up, kind of view the canopy, and see if I can make different shapes. One time while I was out, I saw a little boy hiking up through the spaces in the trees. Here, I don't see anything, so we'll keep looking around, but always take time to look at the clouds. See right there, there's a heart that you can make. So Adventurous Heart, always having fun adventures. Let's continue along the natural surface trail. We're going to be on natural surface trail for quite a bit this morning, at least the first couple miles. Then we're really going to be on the road. So last section we came from Bedford to South Chagrin. There was a great opportunity to continue to be able to be on natural surface. Today we'll get that in the morning, but then it's going to transform to a lot of road along Chagrin River Road in the afternoon. I should note in this section, if you want to get the beautiful views along the Chagrin River, follow the blue signs put out by Cleveland Metroparks that look more like this rather than the blue blazes. The blue blazes are more along the horse trail, but it's definitely more scenic if you follow the little blue symbol. So I highly recommend that. They both go north in the correct direction, but definitely more scenic this way. With many things in our life these days, it's always rush, 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 hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, we just missed this beautiful view. However, I encourage you to take a second, to slow down, and to really appreciate all of the beauty around you. Especially on this section, as we know we're going to get on the road, and you have the beauty of the Chagrin River here. So stop, take a break. I know I'm guilty of this, rush, 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 but take a break. Sit down, enjoy the beauty. Heck, go down, explore the water, see what you can see. We live our lives a lot of times too fast, so I encourage you to slow down. Touch the water, splash your face, do whatever. Maybe even strike a yoga pose. But let the serenity of nature allow you to have some unstructured play in this world that is always zooming by us too fast that we can't even keep up. I'm a big fan of practice what you preach, so I had to take a second, set down the phone, do a little yoga next to this beautiful stream. Just listen to it and take in the serenity of the moment. I encourage you to always do the same. After that short bit of relaxation, the blue blazes meet up with the blue sign, and we are now following the blue blaze as it goes along the Chagrin River. Walking along the Chagrin River, I came upon a really cool plant. It's called scouring rush or horsetail. And I learned about this one when I was a young kid, and I think it is super cool. Here's a little piece to be able to show you. And the cool part about it is that it is relatively hollow. So you can see when I squeeze it, there's nothing inside of it. And if you look down at it, it's going to be hard probably here, but yep, there we go. If you look down at it, you can see that it's hollow like a straw. So as a kid, it always reminded me of a straw that you can drink out. Of course, you would never drink out of it, but scouring rush or horsetail only grows in moist environments, so it makes sense that it is here along the Chagrin River. We're passing under Chagrin Boulevard. So if you happen to be a paddler, this is a great put-in access area you can put in or you can take out here along the Buckeye Trail. From the polo field in South Chagrin Reservation, we're going to leave the natural surface trail and go on the road. We're going to be on the road for about the next 7 miles until we get to North Chagrin Reservation, following the blue blaze the entire way until we get to Wilson Mills. Here's a new symbol for you on the Buckeye Trail. Apparently this one's a little confusing. They gave us an arrow. I like it. With the theme of finding your calm, during this one, I encourage you to embrace all of your senses. Stop, smell a flower. If you see something that looks soft or maybe like it would cut you like the edges of this grass, stop, feel it. And you'll see that it's really soft. Actually, it kind of feels like an ostrich or rhea feathers. So all kinds of curiosities out here on the trail, embrace them. Enjoy them and have fun on the trail. Yeah. While the road hike is beautiful, be careful because it is narrow and there's a decent bit of traffic. And by narrow, there's a little sign right next to the road, which kind of tells a fun little story of the Chagrin River. You can read here, but essentially there was a dam that was built for hydropower for some of the mills over this way. And it was rebuilt in 69 and 06, but collapsed again in 2011. So it looks like a little kind of park here, but definitely next to the road. Taking a second to enjoy this historical landmarker of the dam, just sitting down here in the area, continuing to look at it. So again, take time when you see something cool, go investigate it, go look at it, take a break, and enjoy everything nature has to offer. Here's a welcome sight, getting off the road for a little bit here in Gates Mills, crossing over the Chagrin River. Just across the bridge, they have the Village Arboretum. And if you want to learn about some trees, they have them labeled for you. So we have the white ash, we have the cottonwood. Typically, again, like the sycamore, it's going to be near water. And it's right next to the Chagrin River. And as I was walking along, I had a groundhog run out right in front of me, which is really cool. Of course, it was a sycamore tree, so I had to go play on it. I love sycamore trees, they're really, really cool, and this one had a cool place for me to be able to play in. I'm almost to Wilson Mills Road, where I'll be getting off the road and getting back into North Chagrin Reservation. But on the side of the road, as I was going, I saw this little plaque, and it's kind of ironic because this is the settlement district for Wilson Mills, and there's a little new growth on it, so kind of ironic, appreciating the calm and noticing everything around you. Taking the opportunity for a little snack here at Wilson Mills trailhead, little waterfall under a bridge. The Buckeye Trail, of course, crosses above the bridge. In this section, as we find our inner calm and peace and enjoy things, it was really cool to be able to not only see this, but to run into a lady who's also out here hiking. And as I was talking to her, coming up a big steep hill, we high-fived each other at the beginning, or sorry, we high-fived each other at the end of it because we were doing awesome as we came up the steep terrain. It reminded me a little bit of Sheer yesterday with a little bit of motivation. But then she started talking basically about forest bathing, how nature is meditative and it really helps you come to find all the answers that you need while you're out here in nature. And that it was really fitting given the series of today's video as we're going along, and told her about what I was doing out here, and it was a good connection with someone else on the trail. Sometimes in life, you might be trying to answer some own questions. You might be asking yourself, why? Come out in nature and hopefully you'll be able to find your answers. The lady I ran into on the trail says that's where she finds all of her answers. I think there might be something to that. Reflecting on what the lady I ran to on the trail on top of the hill said, it's ironic because the Buckeye Trail just passed by Forest Picnic Area, and basically what she was talking about is forest bathing. And so it's really ironic that when you're out on the trail, you're immersed in nature, that things just kind of happen. I happened to run into her. She started to talk about forest bathing. I came by Forest Picnic Area. So always listen to nature, let it be your calming force. Take the time to hear it, kind of like I was reflecting early. Slow down your life and go so fast that you can't keep up. Slow down, take a deep breath, and enjoy everything nature has to offer. Another cool thing you'll see out here are the different types of squirrels. There's actually a black squirrel. At least the color is black. As compared to the gray colored squirrel. If you're a paddler, the Rogers Road put-in is a great put-in or takeout to be able to go paddling on the Chagrin River. I showed you another one upriver earlier in South Chagrin, and here is a great spot to be able to go paddle the river if you are going to North Chagrin. Of course, water's a little low now. Spring is the best time to be able to paddle on the Chagrin. From Rogers Road area, we are back on the road. We left South Chagrin Reservation and Cleveland Metroparks, and I'm headed to Orchard Hills Reservation. 17.5 miles later, I finally made it here at Orchard Hills in Geauga Park District. I went through 3 counties today, Cuyahoga, Lake, and now Geauga. So 17.5 miles, my legs are starting to feel it just like Shear's did on our last section, section 3. But a beautiful, fun day out on the Buckeye Trail, celebrating all things that you can discover in your own backyard. The cool thing is when I was coming, just up the road here is Patterson's Farmers Market. So lots of cool stuff. I stopped by and grabbed a little slushie, apple cider slushie. So if you're in the area, definitely check it out. Otherwise, we're going to start here for section 5 and hopefully do a 1-night overnight as long as I can get a permit in Lake County Metroparks. So tons of fun. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy new adventures in your backyard. I encourage you to let your feet take you where the adventures in your heart are and continue to get out and explore. I'm Rachel Nagle with Adventurous Heart, and have fun on your next adventure.